Welcome back inside Bank of America Arena, the old Heckhead Pavilion. They still call it that, but the arena now is Bank of America, and a good crowd on hand. It is the Pac-10 Gymnastics Championships, and we talk Pac-10, talk national rankings. 7 teams in the Pac-10 field gymnastics teams, and all 7 are in the top 25, led by the defending Pac-10 and national champion, UCLA Bruins. Now, if you're looking for a challenge today, it might come from Stanford. Here's our first rotation. Arizona on the vault, Stanford on the bars, Cal is on the beam, and the Oregon State Beavers begin on the floor. Arizona State, UCLA, and the host Washington Huskies all with a bye. Head coach at Stanford, Mark Cook, in his 4th season, he led Stanford to the 98 Pac-10 championship.
He's done an outstanding job with this program. Each year they've gotten better and better. They have such a clean quality to their gymnastics. Very nice level of difficulty.
Stanford's only dual meet loss this year was against UCLA, and so the Cardinals begin with a senior, Jennifer Exaltation, on the uneven bars, and she scored as high as a 9.95 this year, earlier against Arizona State.
Canadian Olympian in 1996. She has a lot of experience, clearly a lot of talent. Very nice work on the uneven bars. Oh, just missed that handstand. Very solid routine. The only thing I really saw was that if she could have taken that one skill down to low bar into a handstand, then you're going for the biggest score possible.
Mark Cook looked happy, the Stanford coach, as he meets his senior.
Just right here, she could have just dropped it a little closer to handstand, and then she got a tiny little bit of form problems toward the end of the routine, but other than that, swung very nicely. It's a double back, stretched position, trying to stay completely laid out, tiny little hike in there.
Solid routine for Jennifer Exaltation. They call her Gen X on campus at Palo Alto. Move over to the vault, where Arizona freshman Andy McCabe is on the runway.
New rules now in the vault. They can only perform one vault, so it's put a lot of pressure on these gymnasts to really hit.
Here's Lindsay Wing as we go back to the bars, the freshman from Stanford that we talked about at the opening. #1 ranked gymnast in the West, 3rd nationally in the all-around.
Very good all-around gymnast. No weakness whatsoever. Pretty amazing. A freshman is leading this team. Usually freshmen tend to have to take a year to adjust to going to college, training at a different level. She's doing remarkably well. Ranked 3rd so far nationally in the all-around. Just doing a tremendous job.
Now she may be the future. At least she's the future for Stanford gymnastics. Cardinal with 2 solid routines to open on the bars.
It's nice to see her smile a little. When you watch her warm up, she is all business. Very serious about her gymnastics. Good worker. Sets up with a dismount. Double tuck, little cowboy at the end. We call that a cowboy position when you pull your legs out. Kind of helps you rotate faster.
Now to the vault, Randy Lillian-Quist, the junior from Arizona, an All-American, 12 individual titles.
Your Chinko vault, a little bit low on the after flight, had to pike down to make the landing, and her legs were a little bit apart. You can always tell by the look on their face whether they're pleased, if it's something that, you know, what all gymnasts are striving to do is their personal best. It's all you can possibly hope for. Well, that's priority #1. See if she gets on top of the horse. That's when you get your ideal push. Propulsion right there. She was a little short, and that caused her to rotate down into the ground and not get the height up off the horse.
And you're right, you can see it on her face right there. She said, "Now it was good, but it wasn't great."
Any vault's good that lands on your feet.
Terry Kreipols now from the University of California approaches the beam.
This is a program that's been steadily improving under head coach Trina Tinty. She's been molding it year after year, trying to make it more her program, more her philosophy.
Well, the Bears, last year, they set a number of team records and then came back this year and bettered those marks.
I spoke to her before the warm-up. She's very pleased with the way things are coming. She says, of course, I want it to come faster.
Cal Bears ended the regular season with a win at home over San Jose State, bringing a little momentum to the Pac-10 championships here in Seattle.
Interesting jump combination, but had a little trouble on the landing. High jump and half turn. They don't have the same level of difficulty as some of the top teams in the country, but that will come, especially as they recruit year after year.
Trina Tinty, the Cal coach, in her 4th season. All business today. Lindsey Wing, earlier for Stanford on the bars, a 9.875. And moments ago, over on the bars, Robin Phelps from Stanford, also a freshman.
They have a dynamite freshman class, one of the best in the country, and they're depending on them heavily.
You walk around the Stanford campus these days, and there's just so much excitement. Every team at Stanford is strong. Phelps has had a couple of 9.9s this year.
Very good routine. They are off to a great start.
And another 9.9, a 9.925. Back to the vault. Nikki Byshaw.
Performing at Phelps a little off-center. Notice she landed to the side of the mat. That's probably the most significant deduction there. It's a hard vault to do and to do well.
Now Stanford is all excited early on. The Cardinal in their first rotation on the bars have put up some big numbers. We'll take our first time out. We'll come back to Bank of America Arena, the University of Washington in Seattle on Fox Sports next.
The Baltimore Ravens put on a surprise show that was a super hit.
Can you believe the Ravens?
Join the celebration with Sports Illustrated's Purple and Black Super Pack, featuring the great NFL Films video, the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl 35 champions. Plus this hardcover Sports Illustrated commemorative. This individually numbered classic captures the Ravens in championship style. Both are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call now for an inside close-up look at the remarkable Ravens' surprising season and first ever Super Bowl championship. The Super Pack is free with your paid order of 55 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 50% off the cover price. This Super Bowl football, designed exclusively for Sports Illustrated, is also free when you use your credit card and become a Sports Illustrated preferred subscriber. Call now and get all three free. The Baltimore Ravens and Sports Illustrated. You can't beat them.
My new book shows you 15,000 government programs you could use to change your life, too. You can get a better job, get an education, or start your own business. Next year, the government's going to spend $350 billion, and those who know about the programs are the ones who get the money.
If I could get $15,000 to go back to school, any woman could do it.
Call now, 1-800-472-3300.
If you could choose any company to stand behind your installed home improvements, who would it be? Sears.
Sears vinyl siding, eaves, and overhangs look as great today on this home as the day they were installed.
fact is, with Sears vinyl siding, eaves, and overhangs, the only maintenance you'll have to do on the exterior of your home again is wash it down with a garden hose.
Sears is a name you can trust, so call for your free in-home estimate. With Sears vinyl siding, you can rest assured that your home's exterior is protected and virtually maintenance-free.
Capitals, the Red Wings, Sunday night at 8, only on HTS.
Welcome back to Bank of America Arena in Seattle. Campus of the University of Washington. Next up on the floor for Oregon State University, the sophomore Annie Campbell, who, it's a bit of a homecoming for her. She's from Bellingham, Washington, which is about an hour and a half north of here up near the Canadian border. 3 9-9s this year and 3 all-around titles.
She is their only all-arounder in this competition. She's riding on a high, having had a heck of a meet last week. Scored a career high in the all-around, 39.625. One of the best ever for Oregon.
For the uninitiated, anything over 39 is pretty good. You can see her teammates applauding before she even finished that tumbling run.
The best part of collegiate gymnastics, the team atmosphere. They are so supportive of one another. They really take the emphasis on self.
Tanya Chaplin, the Oregon State head coach with the clipboard. Got a quick glimpse of her. Hugs all around for Annie Campbell.
As you can see, she is very, very quick, explosive off the floor. Most important, though, timing is required on those front tumbling moves. You have to time when you punch off the floor.
Move over to the beam next from the University of California, Catrice Stone, who is a redshirt freshman. Talent in the Pac-10, top to bottom, is it better than any other conference in the country?
I would say as a total. Southeastern Conference is right up there, though. They have Georgia and Alabama. LSU is coming on stronger. So that's a very strong conference as well.
Georgia will host the NCAA championships this year. The West Regionals are at UCLA, first week in April.
All the conferences are really getting stronger. Collegiate gymnastics is getting stronger.
Why is that happening? Because of the lower levels, the club teams?
No, I think more and more gymnasts really plan this now. They see it as some place to aim for, not just, oh, well, I guess I'll do college now that my elite career is over or age group career is over. It's part of their plan, and it's something to really shoot for. The wobble on the side. And because the level has improved so much, it remains a challenge. Doing pretty well. I think they have one call that they have to count.
Move back over to the floor. Oregon State's Laura Degenhardt, senior. 14th in the nation on the floor. And has a 9.8 or better in 21 straight performances. That's quality and that's consistency. Has 2 9.975s this year and had a 10 in this meet back in 1999 to win the Pac-10 championship in the floor.
Very, very strong choreographically. Nice composition, nice dance. She has a good performance quality, too.
Earlier, we showed you Catrice Stone from Cal on the beam. Struggled through the middle of that routine. Fought back to earn a 9.575. Catrice Stone from Cal. Next up for Oregon State on the floor, the senior Katrina Severin. A great score against UCLA, a 9.9757, 7th in the nation on the floor. 11 individual titles this season.
Named most consistent on beam and floor by her coaches last year. That's a gymnast you want on your team. Consistency is everything in collegiate gymnastics.
I know about her consistency. I worked with her at Oregon State one day. We were doing something on camera and had to have her jump off the beam over me 3 times in a row, and she stuck every one. I was the one that took the extra takes. Katrina Severin from Oregon State.
Delightful. I love her facial expression throughout the routine. She makes such contact with the audience and truly looks like she's enjoying herself. The only thing I'm not sure about, the final tumbling pass looked like it was going to be a double pike and then kind of bent her knee, so I'm not sure if it was a planned tuck or I think we called those pucks.
Laura Degenhardt, who went just before Katrina Severin, earns a 9.9 on her floor exercise. And Katrina Severin, the senior, backs it right up. So a couple of seniors, upperclassmen, showing that battle-tested wit in the Pac-10 finals.
They open up to late night fun, to Sunday family outings. From the bus, to the train, to destinations all over the world. They open up to the road to success. And with hundreds of new buses and trains, they bring people together. More than 1 million people like you step through them every day. Every day, Metro opens doors.
The most beautiful lawns start with the best grass seed, the Pennington Enviro family of products. Every bag is 99.9% weed-free, and each seed is pen-coated for protection. All of these Enviro products are blended with a seed variety rated #1 by U.S. government-funded testing. For a #1 lawn, plant America's #1 seed. Ask for Pennington's Enviro grass seeds and the entire family of Pennington lawn and garden products available at fine lawn and garden stores everywhere.
2 great American pastimes, grilling and driving. We like doing 2 things at once. It's not as easy as you might think. Hot dogs, big problem. They roll a lot. You're better sticking with a chicken or something that's going to lay flat. Chicks dig it. Definitely have had some girls try to thumb a ride. Of course, that's when the wheel fell off. We're not fast. We may not win any races, but we won't cross the finish line hungry.
In life, the race is as much fun as the prize.
Welcome back to the Bank of America Arena, University of Washington in Seattle. It's the Pac-10 Gymnastics Championships. Jim Watson along with Kathy Johnson-Clark on Fox Sports Net. And a reminder, every night at 11 o'clock, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to your hometown teams. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, catch the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report every night only on Fox Sports Net. Now, after one rotation, this is the way we stand. Stanford on the bars and Oregon State's on the floor. Even at the top, Arizona was on the vault in first rotation. Cal on the beam. Arizona State, UCLA, and Washington now come into action on rotation 2. And rotation 2 breaks down this way. Arizona State on the vault. Defending national champion Bruins on the bars. Stanford on the beam. And Washington on the floor. Arizona, Cal, Oregon State will sit and rest. Laura Moon, junior from Arizona State, spent 2 years at Maryland before coming home. She's a Scottsdale native. Top of the runway.
Whoa! Now that is a stuck landing. Feet a little bit apart, but keep in mind where the judges sit, right to the side. Really hard to see if the legs are perfectly together. To them, it looks like a perfect landing.
Moon ends up with a 9.75.
Which is out.
Here's Jada Cox from Arizona State. A little step over.
We're in a nice position. I spoke to their coach, John Sweeney. He says, you know, there's no pressure on us. Absolutely no pressure. They are just out to do the best they can. They know UCLA is on top right now and doing extremely well, as is Stanford. So it takes a little bit of pressure off them, no expectations. They can go in there and just try and bang out routines and hit.
There's Kristen Parker now for UCLA on the bars. Second in the Pac-10 on this event last year.
But she has been a steady performer for UCLA. So consistent, so clean. And that's what collegiate gymnastics is all about. Hit, and don't give them any reason to deduct.
It's one of those exact same sentiments that Valerie Condos-Field, the UCLA coach, talks about. Consistency.
Because many of these gymnasts can do more difficulty, particularly some of the UCLA gymnasts. But there's no reason to because it doesn't benefit them. They don't get extra bonus.
Carolyn Fleur from Stanford over on the beam. Cardinal with a good opening rotation on the bars, and now trying to back it up here on the beam. 4 rotations, of course, and each team with 3 buys during the night.
I really like their gymnastics as a whole. It's just got such a nice, easy quality to it. High level, very precise, and it's clear they train very, very hard. And they're starting to add the only thing I thought was missing from their gymnastics was that extra special, that sparkle, that connection with an audience, and they're just starting to show signs of it. Part of it, I'm sure, comes with confidence.
Carolyn Fleur coming off her best performance on the beam of the year last week against BYU at 9.85.
Very solid and pretty gymnastics.
Stanford, the type of program that could compete with UCLA someday in drawing Olympians to campus?
Possibly. Academically, it's a school that they put so much emphasis on academics. Not that the other schools don't, but most gymnasts who choose to go to Stanford have lofty plans in mind and are very, very interested in their education. In fact, Mark Cook said that was one of the things they really had to work around because they want to dedicate so much time to their studies, to their academics, that he's trying to fit in workouts around that so they can be competitive and yet great students as well.
Over to the vault, there's Kim Skinner, senior from Arizona State.
Oh, stiff-legged on the landing. Didn't seem to bother her. It's only an old gymnast watching. That jarred my back. That hurt my knees.
You know, Arizona State had a lot of injuries earlier this year, and because of that reason, Kim Skinner now is a regular in the vault rotation. Back over to the bars. Connie Thompson, 4-year member of the U.S. national team and a bronze medalist at the 95 Worlds.
And took a break for 5 years.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. I love this story because she is having the time of her life doing gymnastics again at this level.
And they came back in 2000 as the freshman of the year.
Oh, that is a huge release move. That was gorgeous, way up above the bar. Now they're pushing her back in the lineup. Now she's getting some of the bigger scores, which will not only add to her confidence, I mean, it feels great. She has such good technique. It makes the difficult skills so easy. Good straight body in the handstand. Full twisting double back. Look how perfectly her legs are together. Knees together, feet together. No cowboy there.
Only a sophomore, but with international experience already. Talking about the 95 Worlds. You can see the game face. This just moments ago, Maggie Germain, the freshman for Arizona State, on the vault. Personal best this year at 9.925.
Another freshman who's really contributing. Oh, that was nice body position in the air. She looked like a pencil. She was so straight.
Very tall and very graceful. There's Jamie Dancher from UCLA, a 2000 U.S. Olympian, and ranked #1 in the nation on the bar. She won the U.S. Bars Championship back in 1999.
And I'm talking put on your seatbelts to watch this routine. She just cranks on bars. Very aggressive swing. Excellent technique. Look how straight her arms are.
She has 2 perfect 10s this year on the bars.
Did a great job for the United States at the Olympics in Sydney. Is carrying over, doing so well.
And a smile on the face of Valerie Condosfield, the UCLA head coach, who admits from time to time she looks at her own roster, sometimes when they're sitting around airports or restaurants, and says, wow, look what I have, 4 Olympians on one team and the Pac-10 all-round champ.
I think the neatest part for Val is helping these kids make that transition from elite gymnastics, from Olympic level gymnastics, and loosening them up a little. Have some fun.
Well, there's so much more to coaching than just assembling talent. You have to know how to handle it. I think the thing that, and they call her Miss Val, she just creates such a loving environment there. There's that competitive edge, of course, but they try to have fun, and she takes the pressure off. She's always got a smile going, and she enjoys the competition. She likes being around this group. Stacey Wong now from the University of Washington, the junior on the floor. Had the meet of her life last week at Oregon State, career highs on the vault, on the beam, and on the floor, where she turned in a 9.9.
Nice to see her back in the all-around. She missed the entire 2000 season after that knee injury. Coming on really strong. She had the meet of her life against Oregon State in only the 6th time she competed in the all-around. Went 9.9 or better on every single event. Landed that last pass very well, enough for a huge smile.
Stacey Wong from Washington. Of course, we're in Seattle.
Boy, anytime you see somebody come back from a knee injury, and to see them come back this well, this strong, awesome to see. Described as a great worker, even when she's injured, working hard all the time.
Now, there's your champion. This is moments ago, the champion from last year in the all-around, Mohini Bharadwaj, a senior from UCLA. You're not going to find a more special athlete in the country.
I really like to see the relaxed look on her face going into the routine. just
I don't
shows.
think anything throws her. She's so consistent.
Very nice. Nice combination of good form, good technique, and a high skill level.
Another day at the office for Bardwaj.
Boy, what a success story she is. College has been such an awesome experience for her.
Mohini Bardwaj with a 9.95 to open her evening, the defending all-around champion in the Pac-10. And already thinking about the regionals, I'm sure. She's the one to beat. Now, she may not win the bars outright because Jamie Dancher, her teammate, just moments before Mohini, also turned in a 9.95. So UCLA out of the blocks quickly, as expected. Dancher, of course, #1 ranked in the nation on bars, collegiate level. Getting a little wrap on the wrist. The lice?
Yeah.
Now the smile tells you she's okay. UCLA, the heavy favorites coming in. They're the defending Pac-10 champions, and of course they won the NCAA championship last year. Won the title in '97, and they won it in 2000. And last year, this is one of the main reasons. Mohini Bardwaj sticking another landing. Rotation 3 coming up.
The thing I like the most about the DR chipper is the quality. This is a first-rate, what I would call industrial strength piece of machinery for a private homeowner.
The DR chipper is a wonderful machine. I can put a 20-foot long tree in it. It takes the whole thing without bogging down.
DR chipper will do a heavy wood, a soft wood. I've done cherry, hollies, oaks. It does the job, and that's basically what people are going to put their money up. That's what they want. Something's going to do the job and do a good job, and that's DR.
You can try out a DR chipper for 30 days risk-free. Call 1-800-362-8666 for your free DR chipper catalog and video. There's no obligation, so call now, 1-800-362-8666.
Scores and highlights are only half the story. Now, the nightly show that delivers more coverage. More analysis.
That's not how you win football.
More opinions.
This one's just too good to be true.
Plus, live interaction where you get the sound off.
How did this show get out of control?
Our team covers the sports scene like you've never seen.
What a hit!